We chat to Tumi Morake, South Africa's much-loved comedian and radio personality, on being locked down and stuck in the USA with her family due to travel restrictions. Tumi Siswam, welcome to The Loft.
Hello, thanks for having me.
With the pandemic and travel restrictions, tell us about how you got stuck in the USA with your family.
Yeah, so I had a 2-month trip planned to the US. It was a mixture of business and pleasure. And then the Rona was like, leaving so soon. So 6 months later, we're still here. It's insane.
6 months later, I mean, Tumi, I don't want to get into your life like that, but how does one plan for that? I mean, financially, mentally, emotionally, what do you do?
On some level, I think it's a great thing we're already going to be here for 2 months. So all I had to do was take that 2 months and just imagine that 2 months had just stretched itself out. So it was very overwhelming, I'll be honest. Like, I think it was April. I struggled to get out of bed. Like, I was just so low because I was going, listen, we are rolling in rands. We're earning in rands, but we're burning dollars. So, dog. Then we hear about these repatriation flights. Hey, there's repatriation flights. Lovely. Now, when you hear repatriation, you're hearing, it sounds so official and saving you and is patriotic. So you're thinking free flights. If it's not free flights, you're going, no, I mean, I have tickets. I can just give them my tickets and I'm flying home. Yeah. No. Repatriation flight comes with its own cost. So then I also had to sit with my husband and we had to just look at the figures and go, how desperate are we to go home right about now?
Okay.
Because for all of us to go home, it is going to cost us like 75,750 or whatever. And I was going, but I mean, it's not like we're stuck in like the third world. Yeah.
You know, all of a sudden, Tumi, it's like, Tumi, all of a sudden, it's like, it ain't that bad here. I can kind of get comfortable.
I can let this pizza slice last me a week,
If I chop it up and, do the division and do the maths, I can kind of sort this out. Now, Tumi, okay, what has it been like in the USA? They are currently the country with the most infections. So how have you and your family been able to cope? And what have you been getting up to?
We're so blessed because we are in a state that has really been on top of things. So we in the DMV. So Virginia has been very well behaved and people are really practicing your social distancing, your safety. And so we're very lucky because when the pandemic hit hard, we were still in the epicenter, well, at the then epicenter, which is New York, right? And so we're following all the reports and I'm saying to my husband, I don't think we should stay in New York much longer. The news and what I'm seeing on the streets don't match. And we're in an apartment with 3 children. It's like my kids are going to have cabin fever. They're going to drive us crazy. We're going to drive them crazy. Let's rather go somewhere where we can be in a freestanding space where there'll be a yard for them to run around. So let's just fast track our movements. We left less than 24 hours before lockdown kicked in, the first major lockdown in New York. What we've been doing while we're here has been a lot of voiceover work. Has been a lot of casting, more casting than actual scoring gigs because, most industries are only now starting to reopen and find their feet. The irony is that I've been busier in the time I've been here than I was back home over the past few months.
But I also love to hear the fact that people like you are still becoming productive regardless. So much so, girl, that you are broadcasting your show from the US. I mean, what challenges have you been facing with that?
Friend, the first week,
The
first week was real. Because now in South Africa, our show is from 7 to 10. And here, I have to be up at quarter to 12, so quarter to midnight, to do the takes, just to make sure everything's smooth. And then obviously do the pre-production and then go on air officially at 1 a.m. my time, 7 a.m. SA time. And it was a heck of an adjustment, but I've discovered Midnight Brain. It's amazing.
First of all, I don't believe you.
I kid you not, friend. I've learned that, you know what, you discuss with your body, you negotiate. Sometimes, the body is a tough bargainer. But what we settled on with my body is I don't sleep before the show. I literally grab a young hour or 2 hours, which feels more like a nap. and then I jump in, I do the show, and then I actually get my full 5-6 hours of sleep after my show.
Okay.
So today I sacrifice sleep for you because love. But I sacrifice. I sacrifice. So yeah, I sleep a little later. Yeah.
You have a show, Married But Not to Each Other, with Tumi Morake. Yeah. Your new show is coming out online on the 9th of August for Women's Day. So please may you just quickly tell us a little bit about the show, what we can expect as well.
So it's Married But Not to Each Other, and it is a show that celebrates love and relationships, you know, because we're all relationshiping. Even when you're single, you're relationshiping with yourself, and you're already pre-relationshiping with the next person you're going to hook up with. So we figured that, you know, lockdown has forced every kind of relationship to reshuffle. And so we bring in this show, that's the lockdown edition, where we just share, you know, because we've been chatting to a lot of the people who know of our show and others who just were curious. And so we decided, let's take all of that conversation and take it into a comedy show and have a good time.
Thank you so much for that. And finally, before we let you go, Tumi, do you have a message for all of the South African strong women out there, as it is Women's Month, it being the month of August? Even though you're out there, pesheya, you know, our blood runs strong.
You know, there's a Setswana saying, which basically means hold on tight. Hold on tight. Don't give up. It may look so dark. Don't give up. And I say that because we have a constitution that is so supportive of us, that is so empowering for us. And yet we live with statistics that say everything is against us. And I feel like let's carry each other. We've carried each other this far. Let's keep carrying each other. Let's not give up.
And that's the passion that I love to see. Thank you so much, Tumi, for touching base with us la eMzansi. Please may you send my love to the family. I heard them in the background before we started the interview. Please send our love and light to everyone that side.
Will do. Thank you so much.
Cheers. Now, it's hard enough to be in lockdown in your own country, let alone another country. Hats off to Tumi and her husband for holding it together through this tough time and giving us rather a good laugh, whether you're married or not, or thinking of getting married. Catch Tumi Morake and, of course, Tumi Morake in Married But Not to Each Other on the 9th of August. Tickets are available at Ticket Pro.